So, we are back with a Mana Symbol channel favorite. This is IceBURG Control. There was a wonderful player who took it to a quite decent placing in one of the modern challenges over the weekend. This has some cards that I have not been ballsy enough, let's say, to register in modern. So we'll talk about a few of these. Deprive is absolutely a good choice in this deck because it combos up with Mystic Sanctuary to let you constantly counter your opponent's spells as long as you have a way to continuously draw cards, like Wrenn and Six with Lonely Sandbar or Jace the Mind Sculptor. And other than that, this is just a different mixture of the cards that I would play in IceBURG. It's not playing any Lightning Bolts, and we are playing a 60 card configuration here. Then in the sideboard, we've got the fantabulous Notion Thief. This is one of the cards that was in the very first deck that I built on Magic Online, which was Strifo Pile for Legacy. So Notion Thief is a 4-mana 3/1 flash and says if an opponent would draw a card, except the first one they draw on each of their draw steps, instead that player skips that draw and you draw a card instead. So if your opponent is trying to draw extra cards at any point in time, you can play Notion Thief and steal their draws, and then Notion Thief will sit and play until they kill it, continuously stealing their draws. So that's a really good mirror breaker for any kind of controlling matchup. The rest of our sideboard is Aether Gust, Mystical Disputes, Dead of Winters, Veil of Summers, Ashioks, and Nile Spellbomb. So let's hop into a league here and see how we go. Again, this is one of my absolute favorite archetypes. It is not configured in the way that I would choose as a default, but I want to see what the changes here are going to mean for our deck. In the meantime, some of my wonderful peanut gallery have been chiming in. Larynx Punchworthy is of course correct. Anything can 5-0. Scred Red won a Grand Prix, so 5-0 is a joke for most decks. Quite decent placing equals not last. I think it was top 16. Astrolabe piles are killing Modern, or at least killing the fun I have in the format. Proper Polygon, what is your favorite Modern archetype that is being slaughtered by Astrolabe piles? And yes, that is a dabbing panda. Hold on. You need one. Heresy. I agree. I love Astrolabe. I love Astrolabe and blue soup piles in Modern. Jiggy Wiggy is part of my church. All right, on the play here. Well, this hand would be unkeepable except for this Astrolabe. No, I'm kidding. This hand is very reasonable against any kind of creature-based deck. If our opponent is on Tron or another control deck, we're going to be in trouble, but that's fine. So one of the things I like about Astrolabe, and this is one of the things I liked about the Lurrus metagame, is it lets Modern feel more like Legacy. And a lot of the Legacy gameplay is really sweet. Obviously, like... my heal persona, I too love Astrolabe piles. Yeah, Larynx Punchworthy, I'm going to go right back to hating you for being a damn dirty burn player once you flip that off. Well, yeah. Of course the 4-color piles can outgrind Jund. They're playing blue. But... Oh, so circling back to my point. So, Legacy. So in Legacy, the mana is so good with fetches and... non-shock dual lands that you could just play 3 or 4 colors no problem before and compete with burn decks. Now the downside was they had things like Price of Progress, which could be very damaging against you, but the mana base wasn't immediately punishing so much that you had an auto loss against burn decks. Because I played Grixis, Sultai control decks in Modern, and it's such a massacre against burn. Oh my god, you just get so wrecked every time. Every time someone plays Basic Mountain, you're like, well, I'm flipped. I would love Price of Progress in Modern. I really would, although it might not be that good right now because of Astrolabe. But the point is that it's just a different way that the sort of metagame is balanced in Legacy between the multicolored control decks and the the burn decks. That said, there still is a balance in between them. Ban basics. I love it. I love it. There still is a balance between those decks, but obviously the blue soup decks are a lot better. But we don't have access to Brainstorm and Ponder in Modern, so it's still quite a big difference. Okay, if they have Light Up the State, Astrolabe was a mistake, Stanley Kubrick. Nice. Huh. My opponent hit me with actual factual nothing this turn. Okay. We're just gonna Archmage's Charm ourselves. I was really expecting them to light up the stage there, and they just didn't, which is fine. I wonder if I'm gonna get like Boros Charmed here. No, I can't get Boros Charmed. What the hell is Mono Red Prowess gonna do with 3 mana instant speed? Triple Bolt? So put the Archmage's Charm on top. Sorry, so I lost my point. So, but basically, I like what Modern is becoming with the addition of things like Force of Negation, with the addition of things like Astrolabe to outweigh the pain of multicolored mana bases. And I understand that some people don't like that, and that's fine. Inject the recursion directly into my veins. Hook it to my veins! I love you, Barney. Really? Opponent is just committed to this Soul Scar. They've got 5 cards in hand. What the hell are they holding on to? Sorry. Brief aside, what has gone so horribly wrong for my opponent that they're doing? Yeah, their hand must be atrocious. Like, is it like a bunch of lava darts and stuff? Like, I don't know what it would be that they're not firing some part of it off unless they are a very inexperienced burn player. Because what they should understand is the kind of pile that I'm playing. Like, I'm eventually going to draw an Uro, and that's going to be game over, user wins, right? So, like, yeah, they might be flooded. This is Burst Lightning? Yeah, I'll take 4. They might be flooded. They might just be maybe they're being intelligently conservative with their burn spells. I mean, if you have something like Burst Lightning at this point, I mean, I guess it does make sense to hold on to it until a moment like that. But this Uro is just going to end them basically right now. I mean, I don't have the colors to do the whole deal with it. I guess I could just play Jace. Field of Ruin them? I can't. I wish I could, but they're all on basics. Send a message. I really wish you could. Sack a land, get nothing out of it. Just 2 mana tap, fetch a basic. The message is you're bad at Magic. That's what it would be in paper. Field of Ruin you? You're not allowed to do that. Oh. Do we still get to search? No. Alright. Do I want to play Jace as a 4 mana Brainstorm here? I've got Force of Negation, so let's do it. This could end up going disastrously for me, but I'm feeling lucky. Gavin or Google, Google or Gavin. Which one said it? Let's find out. I'm feeling lucky. That one's from Air Bear. And anyone who knows the reference, but I don't think there's too many people here who necessarily do. Bold move, not setting Jace to 5. Oh yeah. He was just 4 mana Brainstorm, gain 3 life. I mean, that's all I needed it to be. Let's pick up a Wrenn and Six. Like, you call that move bold, but, like, that move is game-winning. Like, they're just... This game is so over in so many different ways right now. Turn 3, cast and escape Uro. Oh, you did it too? I've done that before. That deck is so freaking busted, dude. I am Tron. Yeah. Let's get a tapped something. No. If I get an island... Can cast Wrenn and Six and still have Cryptic? Yeah, we can. It's maybe a little conservative, but I don't care. Oh, dude, I'm with you. Dude, I want to register... If we're not registering the same 75, we're going to register 95s. We're going to register very similar 95s on Saturday, all right? Let's do it. Let's dream team this shit up. And then if we pull a Faithless Brewing, we both like top 32, people will be like, what the hell? What? What is happening? I don't understand. What deck are we talking about? We're going to be playing the Urian Kinnan Urza deck. Alright, this is Kinnan Urza deck. So, Jiggy and I both got 5-0s for the last deck dump, but mine was the one that got published. Unfortunately. I just say unfortunately because Jiggy did a lot of work on it, so I feel like he deserved it more than I did. And I know. No, look, listen. In this world, nobody deserves anything. But personally, my feeling was that Jiggy deserved it more than me. And but you can't convince me otherwise. I'm just saying, like, that's my personal feeling on the matter. You can't convince me otherwise. So don't worry about it, my friend. Yeah, that's just how I feel about it. I had a chat with you about the scientific world and things like that. Are they scooping? They're scooping. All right. Easy game 1 against what appears to be mono-red prowess. So we had the absolute nuts against that deck. So Aether Gust is great here. I think that's probably all we want. Obviously, I could bring in Dead of Winter. Let's see how the sideboarding looks. So Deprive is unnecessary here. Oop. There you are. Deprive is unnecessary here. And then Wrenn and Six is not particularly good. I just want to cut 2 of them. Probably. Yeah, I think so. More like prow, less, am I right? That is the one and only Cave Dan. How many dollars do I need to give you to play Subnautica on stream? Well, I don't own Subnautica, but I know Mare Bear would freak out with joy. It's also, I would have to do that outside of my regular Magic content. Workshopping some new material. So at least 30. Yeah, $30. But that's to buy Subnautica. But do you have it for PC? Because I don't have a capture card. So we can't play it on something else, Mare Bear. We have to play it on a PC. So at least $30, but then the point is to sabotage your livelihood by making you afraid of the water. Well, Larynx Punchworthy, there was some talking I was doing with some people today, and there's some opportunities in my present sphere right now that make it possible that I will not be returning to the ocean anytime soon. So I like to feel like I earn those wins. Sometimes I don't. Foiled again. Okay. Well, right now we've got the Monday night, or we might move it at some point. But right now we've got oh my god. Is this too many fatal pushes? No, I'm keeping this against prowess. Blow 0, huh? All right. What new material are you workshopping there, Cave Dan? And would you, in theory, if there was some crazy human who put together a program that was called MTG Kitchen, would you want to appear as a guest star? With Wizards of the Coast. Just dad jokes. Okay, got it. I'm asking you in front of this stream and the almighty Jace. Terrified, but let's do it. Oh, Subnautica Blow 0? Sure. Yeah. Just dad jokes. I tried streaming it and had to stop because I got so uncomfortable. Really? Are you bad with water or things like that? Because I literally used to work on cruise ships, so like me and water, we're good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I understand it's a different MTG Kitchen. Can it be true? Well, I'm gonna apply for Greenlight Cave, Dan. I'm gonna do it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do it. But I want to find some people who would be good guest stars before I sort of commit to it, because I feel like when I was doing it on my let's chat. We'll chat. No, I got you. We'll chat about it. I'm fine with it in real life, but the giant open ocean where you know there's something approximately 100 times your size who wants to eat you. That's fair. Yeah, obviously, Dan. And I hate to... I mean, I'm being a bit of a showman here by asking you in front of these people. Like, if it was an actual serious thing, I'd be a little bit more... I'm also terrified of the depths. I mean, I'm terrified of the depths, but, like, for me, the distance from a video game is different. All right. Subnautica stream will happen. So I have 11 subscribers right now. At 15 subscribers, I open a second emote slot. And if we get the second emote slot, I'll talk to Punchworthy. We'll get the Subnautica thing worked out. And you'll be able to watch me scream as giant Leviathan monsters try to eat me. FYI, for anyone watching this on YouTube and wondering what this train wreck of commentary on this modern match is doing, that's because I don't really need to pay that much attention because my opponent is futzing around with a bunch of prowess spells. And that 2 emotes. Holy crap. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. You'll get the game, don't worry about it, dude. Pentreon, welcome. Good lord, it's gonna play 5 times, isn't it? Is it one more? Okay, I might need to get a shorter sub sound. Oh my god. Well, oh, one more. Is it one more? Good lord. There's a reason I have a crown in Hoglandia, and it's entirely due to poor impulse control. Well, and a reasonable income, I assume. I really hope that you're not going out of pocket too hard for this.
Compadres, it is imperative that we
Thanks for the follow, Pentreon.
before the start of the rainy season.
After you have a sub.
And remember, a shiny new donkey for whoever brings me the head of Colonel Montoya.
Well, the shiny new donkey at this point is definitely going to Mr. Larynx Punchworthy. Okay, so sorry. For anyone on YouTube, that was a parade of insanity happening on my channel here. Okay, fine, we're definitely playing Subnautica at some point on stream. I will work out the details of that. So it is possible Monday or some point will become Paper Mario and Subnautica night. I don't know how I'm going to handle that, but that's fine. I'm going to save a bunch of money because I'm traveling and the company pays for all my food. I mean, yeah, that's the way it is for me when I'm on cruise ships. So I understand that. My opponent is flooding like the Nile again. Okay, so yes, Dan, if it was serious, I mean, it is a real offer and it's a real thought in my head. So we'll talk at some point, but we'll do it a little more officially later. Okay, Punchworthy, you're locked in for Subnautica and all that. I was going to blow it on Marvel Puzzle Quest, but this is a better idea. I agree with you. As the person who is paying for it, do you want me to post it on YouTube afterwards? Because I can do that. I can do the whenever we play Subnautica, I'll just post it on YouTube afterwards, so you'll be able to watch it for the foreseeable future. All right, we've got Force of Negation and Jace ready here. Oh, this is gonna be a Bedlam Reveler, isn't it? Yeah. Wait, no, it's not. It wouldn't take them so long to play it, right? What the hell is this? It's gotta be an X spell? Do whatever you feel like. Yeah, I'm gonna post it on YouTube, and then you can watch it at your leisure in the future as well. We'll make sure it's in a time frame where you can watch it live, though, which is probably the Monday nights. Okay, so... And that means we got the new emote slot, so I'm gonna have to work that out. Oh my god, it's a Rue Devil. All right. So we're here in game 2 against Prowess, first match of the league. Hold on, let me pull myself back into the Magic the Gathering for just a half second here. We've been absolutely annihilating them. Larynx Punchworthy has become the favorite. I mean, in some ways, yes. I mean, he already was in some ways too. Do I want to just play Jace here? I haven't hit a land drop yet this turn. I think I do. So I've got another Force of Negation, and then this means that my card economy is just going to be so far above them. To you. Oh, got it, because he wants Subnautica. We're going to, again, plus Jace rather than Fate Sealing, which is obviously a little bit suspect in one way, but I think it's completely worth doing because if they have the burn spell to kill him immediately, I can force it. Sorry, on their turn. I won't be able to do that now. But if they've got a sorcery speed one, I'll be able to force that. And more importantly, like just gaining the life against a burn deck like this is totally acceptable. And getting the 4-mana Brainstorm. I mean, at the point we're at, we could basically take almost random game actions and still win. I'd be broke, so I accept the bribe of food. Punchworthy, you don't have my friendship or whatever you want to call this relationship. You don't have that just because you have money to throw around. You have it also because you come in here and you just abuse me, and I think it's funny. There's the Bedlam Reveler. I can't deal with that in the moment, but that's fine. So opponent got to draw 3, but we've got Jace ready to go. I do have a Fatal Push on top. Fatal Push doesn't deal with Bedlam Reveler, so we might just be hitting that with an unsummon off of Jace. We'll see. I do have Ice-Fang into Cryptic, or we've got Uro now. So if I find one more land, I'll be able to play and escape Uro, which should be game over. I guess. Oh, there we go. Aether Gust. Now that's a removal spell for Bedlam Reveler. All right, so let's put. Because I can draw one card right now. Abrupt Decay I don't need underneath Forest. Then play Astrolabe, draw the Forest. You had that minute you gave Zach a hard time. I need someone to do it. You can't let me get away with being such a character here. Shit, I didn't really want to draw that. Right, and then so if we put that on top of their library right now, they're just going to recast it. So what we're going to do is set them up for failure by passing the turn, quote unquote failure. So depending, you Canadians are too nice. Yeah, we're not bad. I mean, I'm from Toronto, so, I mean, I'm about as much of a jerk as you get. I'm here to spread freedom through verbal abuse. I love that movie, Team America. All right. Steam can resolves. You're crying. Freedom, baby. I love that freedom. Okay, do they have any Lava Darts in their graveyard? They don't. So depending on how they set up this turn, we might be able to get them with Ice-Fang Coatl. But at minimum, we're going to be able to Aether Gust their Bedlam Reveler. The Mono Red Prowess deck, I miss spanking this deck because it's just they're just so straightforward. And yeah, they can turn 2, turn 3 kill you, but like once you get through that danger zone, that window of death, you're just so set. Oh yeah. Many bear emotes. So which streamer or streamers are Rue and Oat from? Rue has so many emotes. Who is Rue? Who is Rue and what do they do? Early Steamkin, sure. Oh no, it's got trample. All right, so the Ice-Fang Coatl is no longer relevant. Oat is from Solgrin. He's a friend of mine. Oh, neat. They're bolting my Jace. No! No, no, you will die. He makes video games and also designed... Oh, cute. Video game / graphic designer then? Baru plays games and has a metric buttload of emotes. Nice. 2 Imperial buttloads. Got it. Rue is Admiral Baru. Does a lot of things. Oh, is this a variety streamer with really cute emotes? Dear opponent, are you suddenly in the grieving phase? Or is the second account entirely for extra emote slots? Hold on. That second account needs like dozens of followers in order to have those emote slots. That is hilarious. And I am willing to bet this person is so popular that people are actually probably subscribed to both those accounts, which is just mind-blowing. We need to create a Rogue Refinery Patreon, Cave Dan. You need to make a Rogue Refinery Patreon so that I can give $5 to Faithless Brewing and $5 to Rogue Refinery. It's 12K viewers right now. Why are you here? All right, the personal torment. See ya. Are we still gonna win? Are you kidding me? They're screwed, man. I still have an Uro in my graveyard. Like, this game is OVER over. Second Steam can? Sure. I like bad Magic decks more than Terraria. That's fair. Bad Magic decks are great. I love bad Magic decks. Also, this deck is not bad. Screw you. IceBURG is amazing. This one doesn't have the treefolk in it, though. Next time I play IceBURG, I promise I'll have the treefolk in there. Blind playthroughs of Subnautica is my drug. All right, well, we'll be starting that up. Let's call it next week. I mean, I don't want to keep you waiting. So... be semi-blind because you'd help. Yeah, I mean, chat's allowed to pitch in when I'm being stupid. You're going to make Hoagland play it too. How the hell are you going to make Jeff Hoagland play it? He's busy not playing Magic anymore. I mean, I'm sure he'll come back to it, but I let my sub fall off because I haven't been able to watch Jeff in a little while. I just haven't enjoyed watching Jeff, so... Benjamin's make Hoagland do anything. Well, to be fair, I mean, it's not hard to get a person who likes video games to play video games. Like, I like video games. I would play most video games for a small amount. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of Jeff, and then... And I'm sure I will at some point again, but I just can't do it right now. Yeah, Jiggy's killing it with the deck. Jiggy's been playing it so much, and Jiggy has a current 5.0 with it, which means I can't play with it until his 5.0 gets published. And I know, Jiggy, I know I'm allowed to, but I just don't want to. I want you to get the 5.0 published. The man was paid enough to get an owl suit and wear it to a Magic tournament. Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be fair, I totally get where he's coming from. I mean, you wouldn't need to pay me that much to go to a Magic tournament wearing a costume. I would do it for almost free. Well, I'm very lucky to have you around, Larynx Benchworthy. No, Jiggy, stop plugging it too hard. Then he's not going to talk about it on the next episode of Faithless Brewing. I need those plugs. Hook them to my veins. Hook them to my veins. Where's your sweet sub logo? Well, you're a gift sub, so you get a different one. I think that's how it works. All right, so we're going to Gust the Reveler, and then we've got Abrupt Decay for whichever one of these Steamkins sort of gives us the most trouble. This should be all she wrote, because they're kind of up a creek here. You should channel that luck into drawing well. I am. I just need it on Saturday. Jiggy and I both need the luck on Saturday, so I will be streaming the second Bedlam Reveler. I cannot Aether Gust that as well. But what we will do is decay this Steamkin, because then they're just going to have to float the mana off of it, and we're going to prevent them from going off quite so ludicrously. Actually, that probably should have been another Mystic Sanctuary to reset the Aether Gust for next turn, but that's probably fine. Okay, for anyone who's interested in good Magic content right now, and that should have targeted the other Steamkin, because this one's already locked in for mana. Yeah, okay. Tomorrow's episode will feature Damon saying within the first minute, Kinnan is a bad card. Oh, that's fine. I love Damon telling me cards I think are great are terrible. That's kind of his job on your podcast. So don't even worry about it, dude. Damon is sort of your most spiky person on that podcast. And so he has the spike problem, and it's part of why I sometimes have problems listening to like Arena Decklist podcasts, because the spiky players, they love to make these very definitive statements sometimes about metagames or cards or decks, and then oftentimes, or like 1 or 2 weeks later, their statement is proven completely wrong, but they weren't wrong for making it. It's just that metagames move really quickly sometimes. All right, so we're going to smash my Uro. We have Snap into Abrupt Decay here. We've got triple Arcum's Astrolabe against this Blood Moon. And if we need to, we can Abrupt Decay it. So we're in a great spot right now. We can also just Cryptic tap their team if they want to do anything pre-combat. Okay, so I'm in a bit of a bind here. I'm tempted to kill this Runaway Steamkin before I pass the turn. It's probably what I really want to do, and then we'll have Cryptic up anyway. Will we? Yeah, we will. Because this is blue and 1, and then I just need to tap 1 Astrolabe for black to push the Steamkin. And then we can even Cryptic counter or Cryptic tap their team, bounce my Snapcaster. So let's see how this goes. Kinnan is nuts. Even as someone who's planning on playing a Kinnan deck that I think is very good, I'm still not convinced Kinnan is as good as I think that it is. But maybe I'm just a little too conservative about Kinnan right now. Or maybe I'm just too down on the hot takes. Hot takes just been driving me nuts a little bit. Trust your feelings. You know it to be true. Print Pyroblast into Modern. Wasi, you cowards. I agree. Abrade? What are you abrading? The Snapcaster? Sure. Oh no! Not Snapcaster, no. Alright, we good? We're good. Jeez. Soulscar Mage. Yikes. Oh, so I'm just going to Ice-Fang this Bedlam Reveler? Oh, no. It's messed up that your 4-color Blood Moon deck, or your 4-color deck can just ignore Blood Moon. I mean, I just don't agree with you. That Blood Moon came down on turn 7, dude. When you Blood Moon someone on turn 7, they've had time to set up. The fact that they made a constructed playable Prophetic Prism, I guess, is the problem? You mean in general? I mean, I guess, but they made a constructed playable Prophetic Prism. What do you want? Blood Moon, nobody likes it. I mean, I like Blood Moon as a check. But at the same time, like, I get it. Like, Blood Moon causes bad play patterns. Like, Blood Moon's like Wasteland. It just causes a bunch of high variance play patterns. Like, when you... I was playtesting my green-red lands deck. This is Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah, maybe. But, like, is Blood Moon really any different from, like, playing a burn deck and running into something where you have, like, an 80-20? Listen, I've been cut open once this week. Do I have a Dr. Emote? There must be a Dr. Rue. There must be Rue in a lab coat. There has to be, right? There isn't. Oh, no. All right. All right, so we have assembled Astrolabe Tron, which is sweet. Oh, let's just take it. Yoink. Oh my god. That's horrifying. Alright. So completely wrecked a mono red prowess deck. This feels, by the way, like we traveled back in time to that challenge that I did well in with IceBURG. Jesus, they do have a lot of emotes. You were spamming me with them. All right, so if Cave Dan's still here, not to spoil tomorrow's episode, but did the Kinnan deck 5-0, did it get a mention? Because you recorded on, what, Tuesday? Or did you record on Wednesday? Because when you recorded with me, you recorded on Tuesday, but I don't know if you always record on Tuesday, but it... Oh, what's up, Ninga? Jinger Ninga? But that deck, that 5-0 did get posted on the Tuesday. You're in the Pyro Prison Discord. Yes, I am. Hello? Oh my god, that's a lot of emotes. Comprehensive Rue emotes. I do like Rue Bless. That's cute. Rue C is Mare Bear. Yes, that does seem appropriate. I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to keep this one. Yeah. All right, so we're likely against Pyro Prison of some variety here, which means this hand is like middling. I definitely want to be able to get a basic. Ginger Ninga. Yeah. It's just hard to... Chalice? Yeah. Well, this hand went from bad to worse real quick, but okay. That said, we do have ways to... We have ways of making this talk, so... Yeah. Mr. Jangles. Yeah, it is. It is Mr. Jangles. So I don't want to have to deprive a Blood Moon here, but it's possible that's what we'll be doing. Magus. Yeah, I'm not in a good enough spot to deal with that. Yeah, hold on. I mean, Jiggy, that just sounds really close to an actual Urza deck, which is fine. Like that, I'm not criticizing that. I'm just saying that sounds really close to an actual Urza deck. Cutting trinket stuff. Yeah. But the thing about, so I was thinking about it today, and the thing about playing Cryptic Command in the deck is there are going to be times where you have like a very powerful mana hand, and then your payoff card that you're looking at is like a Cryptic Command, and that's not really, yikes. Okay. And that's not really where I think that deck wants to be at, right? So I like the version. I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm just saying you want to be careful about how much Cryptic Command and Metallic Rebuke you add to the deck, because it's really going to change the way that it functions. Yeah, shoot. Okay, definitely a little bit of trouble here in game one. Let's do this first. What are we talking about? I'll say that's wrong for him. What are we talking about? I love it. Am I taking this? Yeah, I think I'm just taking this. I would love to take a look at that Pincer. I'd love to take a look at that. Sounds like a good time. Still have to prepare for Same Spirit Guide. Sure. One of the things I'm trying to deal with right now in this game is the fact that we don't have any main decked board wipes. So, shoot, and I could have mana leaked that, and I should have mana leaked that. I have to mana leak the Singing Spirit Guide. Let's see. Yeah, Snack doesn't have Death Touch yet, and I can't use this to get a Death Touch right now because there's a Chalice, and unfortunately, yeah. Yes. We didn't trade because we couldn't trade / attempting to trade would be cheating. Yes. All right. So, what the hell am I doing with this Jace? I guess I could brainstorm the Jace. Yeah, because we're not dead next turn. And I guess if I draw an Uro and a fetch land would have made this better. So we get to this Uro somehow, we might be okay, but we're probably just dead. We drew way too many of our 1-drops against this Chalice, and that's how it goes sometimes. Maybe they'll miss their trigger. Here's hoping. Give me, I believe you missed your trigger. 6. So they're swinging for 9 right now, which obviously I don't want to take. They're swinging all at me. Good for them. I'm a professional drummer. If you look up my name, Zachary Ryle, I have 2 YouTube accounts. One with all of my magic stuff, and the other with a lot of my music stuff. And you will be amazed at the level of performance that a professional can get away with. They did go after the Jace here. Interesting. Yeah, this is not good enough. All right, we're just dead here. I'll be back in 2 seconds, and we're going to continue onwards. Cast Bring to Light to bring in Supreme Verdict. That would be the plan. 1 second. So we are against Pyro Prison. So I think Aether Gust is definitely something I want here, and probably Dead of Winter. I don't think too much else. We can cut at least some of our fatal pushes. Deprive actually seems like it could be good. Maybe a Wrenn and Six. Force of Negation seems good as well. Let's see. I mean, all the fatal pushes would be nice and clean. I guess we don't really need them early. And Aether Gust also deals with most of their threats, as does Abrupt Decay. Bring in Blood Moon. You gotta assert dominance, right? You don't Blood Moon me, I Blood Moon me. So cut a Field of Ruin or two. I think one is fine. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, Lynn Chalice was in here watching. That's fun. Sorry, I was just I just saw the list of people who got your gift subs, Punchworthy, because I'm a bad host. Okay, how does this fare against an early Blood Moon? Terribly? Huh. Does that mean I should mull it? Probably. Going down on cards seems bad too. Yeah. Alright. Is this better? Oh my god, that's so much worse. Oh, why? Okay, at least they took a mull. There we go. It's not great, but that's what we're looking for. So we're going to keep 3 lands, Ice-Fang Cryptic. I prefer to have the breeding pool. Alright, cool. Yeah, the 5 is better than the 7 I had. I'm like pretty sure of it. Which is really unfortunate, but like you just got to be realistic. You got to be modernistic. It's turn 1 Blood Moon. Turn 1 War Boss. Yikes. Good for them. Draw the push. Did I cut them all? Can't draw the push, Punchworthy. Cannot be drawn. Which meant I should have searched up a... Riel has 3 toughness. Yeah, she's an 0-3. Draw the push. It's easy when you cheat. Just cheat. Shuffle them back into your deck. Ooh. That's a yikes. Alright, let's draw the Dead of Winter right now. Just draw from your sideboard. Yeah. Cheating makes everything easier. Well, this sucks. Fucking Eidolon is fantastic. Well, I mean, if we draw the Dead of Winter, it is. If we draw the Dead of Winter, we just get to eat them here. 7 would have done better against this. That is true. 7 would have been fine here. So how much am I taking this turn? 6, 7, 8, 9? 9 if I don't block. I'll take it. We're so worried about turn 1 Blood Moon, we didn't think about turn 1 War Boss. Yeah, basically. That is... Torpor Orb. That's just to beat up on my Uro? Oh, and the Ice-Fang Coatls. That is a very strange board in. That's going to resolve, but, like, weird. Weird choice. It's fine. I mean, that's definitely reasonable-ish. But what the hell? Okay then. Watery Grave, sure. Okay. So time to cast 1 Cryptic Command and then die, I guess. Yeah. So go to combat, get your trigger. Trigger resolves. Uro doesn't get sacked though. Yeah, that is true, but all right. Let's draw the Dead of Winter. There's 2. There's 2 whole Dead of Winters in here. Let's draw one of them. Let's do it now. Come on. It's fine. Die off the Eidolon. Yep. All right. Well, dead. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the Dead of Winter wouldn't do it anymore. Yep. I have not played against Pyro in a while. Dead of Winter is a moral victory. True. Oh, they were asking if I was streaming. Shoot. Hold on. What I worked on with Jiggy was to pack more interaction into the list. Is that the one he's running right now that he was talking about? Closer to a normal Erosa version. Yeah, it's one of the things that I was like, I kind of considered, but then I kind of wrote it off because, again, as I was saying to Jiggy earlier, like, you're going to have hands with the Kinnan Urza deck where you've got all this power in terms of ramp, in terms of mana, and then your payoff card, your 1 4-mana card in your hand, say, is a Cryptic Command. And it's not what you want. As someone who's played a lot of Cryptic decks, I think playing Cryptic Command means you want to be playing Mystic Sanctuary, and that changes a bunch of other things about the deck. That's not definitive. I'm not saying you can't do what you've done, and I'm not saying it isn't good. I'm just saying that was what held me back from wanting to do what deck has the Mystic package. Well, that doesn't surprise me at all, because that's what you should be doing. So I'll take a look at it when I have a second. Maybe we'll even play it tonight instead of the other deck. Although I want to play Brian's version of the Kinnan deck. Jeez, we just drew all 3 of our Wrenn and Sixes. What is up, Mr. Jangles? Thank you for a wonderful game of Magic the Gathering just now. Are we against... No, we're against Storm. Of course we're against Storm. Sky Sovereign in the sideboard. Yes, there's a Sky Sovereign in the sideboard. Yeah. Well, I mean... You just had the right hand to wail on me. It was not a close contest. Okay, would I rather Abrupt Decay or Fatal Push right now? I think I'd rather Abrupt Decay, because then on a future turn we'll be able to Fatal Push, and that's more mana efficient. I do need to get a green or black source here. I guess I've got all these Fatal Pushes in my hand, so let's grab the Watery Grave. Go green. And Mr. Jangles, I have had a lot of stuff happening on stream tonight, so it's been crazy. So, just trying to keep up with everything. Another dude? You got it. Deck looks sweet. It certainly is. You can type !deck in chat in order to get the list. See exactly what we're playing. Whoa, opponent. Holy crap. But they're down to 2 cards in hand? Okay, so if I shock this, then I can do everything I want to do here. Our hand has worked out spectacularly medium in this matchup, but maybe it'll be good enough. We can kill their Goblin Electromancer next turn by going ping, play Wrenn and Six, ping. Hopefully the fact that they're on 3 cards in hand means we get to get away with murder here. They're playing the Veil of Some Reversion. Well, that seems bad for me. Oh, no. Holy yikes. So they pass in Flames, can Noxious Revival, the Manamorph... Wait. Yeah, no. Cast the Manamorph... Oh, jeez, I don't know where they're going with this. Sure. So it's just like a value pass in Flames right now? Seems like it. Holy yikes. They're killing my Wrenn and Six. That's funny. So now I can Archmage's Charm, reset Archmage's Charm. So I think that's what I'm going to commit to for this turn, especially if they do something and then work to flashback Pass in Flames. Which I don't think that they're going to do, but it's possible. Because double Wrenn and Sixing right now to kill this Electromancer seems like a not great plan. But end of turn, Archmage's Charm into reset Archmage's Charm feels great. Okay. That's a really good pickup, which I can cast right now. And they probably would have remanded my Archmage's Charm if they could have done so there. So we're going to be in a good spot. Blue-red hollow on Jesus Christ. That's a deck you could play against. Cool. Do I want to reset anything right now? Kind of. So we're getting a Wrenn and Six ticking up here as a win condition. Because we certainly don't have a lot else going on. Can reset an Abrupt Decay or Fatal Push if we have to. But they've got no cost reducer, so we're in an okay spot. They can flashback Past in Flames and then cast a single spell, but I'm not too worried about that. Maybe one day Standard will be worth it. Yikes. Yeah. I fell off of that a while back. I just couldn't keep up with Standard. It just was never really that much fun. Historic was kind of okay for a bit, so maybe it will be again someday. Okay, took up my Wrenn and Six. Moving on. Arena's what got me back into MTG, to be fair. No, Arena's a great client. It's just Standard is not a great format. Like, I played this at some Standard during Guilds of Ravnica and Ravnica Allegiance, and I specifically, at the time, I was like, okay, Standard's reasonable right now, and even though my whole local community is basically all about Modern, we had Trios events going on, and I was like, hey, you know what? Standard is reasonable. I want to be one of the Standard specialists in the area, and then I can get a team together, and I'll be the Standard guy, and we did great. We did great, and it was fun. But since I want to say War of the Spark or so, maybe it was Core 20, it just really fell off. And yeah, so one of the things I like about formats that are bigger than Standard, Pioneer really fell off of it very quickly, but one of the things I like about formats bigger than Standard is if you like an archetype, you can play pretty much exactly what you want. And what I mean by that is, if you want to play mono black control in Modern, you can do that. It's not a tier 1 deck, but it's not completely unplayable. You could 5-0 with mono black control in Modern right now. And there are the cards to try to play it. Whereas like Standard, it's like, oh, sorry, that's not one of the archetypes we designed, so that's just not an option. War Standard, so miserable, it's very Narset, and Karn the Great Creator. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if Karn was a big deal in Standard, because Karn doesn't have a lot of tools. You gonna remand me? I just bounced. Are you... I mean, sure. Oh, they remanded the... Okay, I see. That's fine. Karn Great Creator and God Pharaoh statue? Was that something people were doing in Standard? Really? I mean, I believe it, but... Too many cards, got too many cards, too many cards. Too many cards in my hand. Larynx Punchworthy, we're playing a deck that doesn't have win conditions again. Maybe I was biased because I was coming from Hearthstone. I mean, maybe. It's okay, we've got the Retrace emblem now, so that this game is well and truly over. Nothing matters anymore. I guess except for, like, how much mana I can squeeze out, but, like, this game is flipped. Takes a lot to make a soup. Everyone adds an extra scoop. Got a Past in Flames in their graveyard still, but it's not doing enough. Alright, so let's draw some cards. Specifically because I'm looking for a way to win the game fast. So this is one of the things that this deck doesn't have for the IceBURG control deck, is we're not playing any copies of Lightning Bolt. Which obviously is not the biggest deal in the world, but I really liked playing Lightning Bolt in this kind of deck. It just gave you the ability to end games a little more quickly sometimes. Sure. Okay, I've got 2 more basic lands in my deck, so good to know. Soup. Too many cooks. Too many cooks. Scoop. Soup scoop, baby. Got that soup scoop. Alright, bonk. Alright. Oh, I don't know that one. Man, this handful of Deprives looks really hot. Just... Whew. That is a card to draw. Ah, I found a win condition, Larynx Punchworthy. We're good. We made it. We did it. Our bad deck found a win condition. Nah. Thought you didn't believe in win conditions. I mean, they're not part of the church, but I believe they exist. I don't think that I don't think they should be part of my life, but I'm not stupid, right? I mean, the first church of the Astrolabe. All hail the Astrolabe. I love Futurama with the what the hell is the it's Robonica, and the church is called someone's gonna remember, but it's basically the Jewish robots. So what's the deal with you guys? You don't believe in Robot Jesus? No, we believe in Robot Jesus. We believe he was built and that he was a very fine robot, but he was not a messiah. Have we really done 13 damage with Snake? I think so. Pretty sure. I think they shocked once. I do believe they did shock. But we're going to pull the IceBURG thing where we keep chipping away at their non-basics. Goblin Electro, man. Daniel plan. Be-doo-doo, be-doo-doo, boo-doo, boo-boo. Pyretic Ritual in response. Right? The Deprive's not in my graveyard right now. Okay. What do you want? What do you want to cast? What are you doing? Ritual again? Sure. You can have as much mana as you want, my friend. Manamorphose. Sure. Opt. Storm count 6. I can't see them going off without Past in Flames, so that's the priority. These Warrens about to be empty? Yeah, maybe. But I've got Cryptic, so I'll just kill them. I feel like Ashiok play a similar role to Cryptic Command. Brawl. Deprive again. Discard this, pick up this. They kill themselves with Grape Shot. I mean, they've got 2 mana left. Storm count 11. Yeah, they scooped. All right. So let's see. Nile Spellbomb, yes. Veil of Summer, maybe. Mystical Dispute, yes. Ashiok, yes. Dead of Winter also, maybe. Or not Dead of Winter, Blood Moon. Actually, a Notion Thief, even. Wow, we could board in a lot of stuff here. Okay. I think Ice-Fang's pretty bad here, plus they're going to play around it. And Wrenn and Six is not... So, I think one of the advantages of this particular configuration is the fact that because we're playing 26 lands, we can do stuff like board out the Wrenn and Sixes without it really affecting the rest of our game plan all that much. Snapcaster is slow. So I think we'll keep the Uros, or at least some of them. Wrenn and Six is really good in that game too, but it's not always going to be. I think this is too much sideboarding. I think Veil of Summer is the step too far. I think the rest of this is pretty fine. I like the Nile Spellbomb for sure. Notion Thief is a little ambitious. I'm not sold on this, but if I'm bringing in Notion Thief, maybe I don't want Jace, which gives me room to bring back Snapcasters. Have you ever looked into the colorify philosophy? If yes, which colors do you identify with? So I have. I have listened to every single episode of Mark Rosewater's Drive to Work. Most of them 2 or 3 times. And color philosophy is awesome. Which colors do I identify with? I think as a human being, I'm pretty blue-red, and generally speaking, like Jeskai-y, because like I'm a pretty like law and order kind of person. I'm a judge for Magic the Gathering, as well as just sort of generally being like a sort of, I don't know, lawful person in general. And but when it comes to Magic and video games and role playing, there's definitely a little bit of black that goes into my color philosophy. beyond the fact that all right, we're gonna roll with this. Beyond the fact that it's just there's nothing wrong with self-preservation. There's nothing wrong with looking out for you and yours. A little bit of capitalism isn't a bad thing. Obviously, like, America takes it to a logical extreme and is very reactive and combative against anything that would threaten the idea of a completely free and open market, but that doesn't mean it's right. I wish... I know I have the least green in my personality in terms of color. It's one of the things I wish I could do something about, but I'm just really, really bad at sort of having that naturalistic, slow flowing. Like, I'm a very blue person at my core. So green is one of the hard things for me to access. Red is not. You know, between acting and music and just other factors in my life. We spent thousands of years running away from nature. That's because nature sucks. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's somewhat how I feel about it. We're just going to push this. So we want to prioritize our removal in this matchup. Fatal Push only deals with resolved threats, whereas Mystical Dispute can deal with things on the stack, which generally is what we want to save that for. I'm going to fetch Shock here, set up my Wrenn and Six, and then from here on out we just hold up mana every turn. I need red here, and having a third island is not a bad thing, but I do like the Stomping Ground in the mana base in this deck. One of the things about going up to 6 lands in this deck that is neat is that we do get access to more interesting non-basics. Nature is the flavor. That's not what green is about. No, I understand, but what I'm saying is that tranquil, self-reflective, go with the flowiness. It's I'm not great at accessing that part of humanity. I'm very my brain feels like my thought processes and everything's very mechanical. It's very okay. It's a lot of goblins. So I can kill one, play Uro, go to 17. Fate staying in your lane, reflected by harmony. Yeah, exactly. And I don't buy in on Fate, right? Like, that's... I am anti-Fate. I don't believe in Fate. I don't want to believe in Fate. I believe that it is possible that there is a deterministic nature to the universe. No, well, here's the thing. It is possible the nature functions on a deterministic axis. However, because we are not able to determine how that functions, it might as well not. I will concede that meeting people who are in the same geographical area is a sort of fate. Right. But it's not the way that people who are like astrologists talk about it, right? Okay, mana leak. Astrologists are weird. Agreed. Don't fail me. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see. So ping one of these. If I fetch and Fatal Push, I have the cards in my graveyard to escape this Uro. So green, blue, black. Okay, cool. So this is going to get basic forest. Color of harmony through acceptance. Right, and I guess I just don't accept it. I just don't accept the universe as is. I feel like even if we can't determine as human beings that we do deterministically have the ability to choose, I'm kind of, I know it's totally fine. I'm not objecting to it. I'm just presenting my side of things, my conception of the world. All right, so we're going to 3 now. Uro is doing all the back-breaking labor keeping us in this game. Final card, Goblin Electromancer. Okay. So we're okay for now. Second Uro ain't not bad. Let's kill another Goblin. Attack with Uro puts me to 7. They have 7 power in play, but we have Snappy Boy as an Ambush Viper. Plus we've got Archmages. Yeah, we're good here. I'm just going to attack. Attack here, no. Ambush Viper, we could steal a Gobbo. Yeah. I don't know if I'm interested in stealing a Goblin. I think I just want to play the second Uro. I guess I could go Astrolabe, Ambush Viper. I just think it's neat. I agree. Ashiok would be GG. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, I feel like Modern is a format that you can play where you just play, like, the Haymaker decks. And the deck as we conceived it... Oh, no. No, absolutely. Thank you so much for presenting more of your point pen, sir, and I don't mind that at all. I really don't. Hold on. Keep that one. Okay. I do not mind that at all. Games take so much longer, though. Yeah. Okay. So I've snap into nothing here. Probably just going to take the 7. We'll see. Because then I go to 3, then I go to 6 on the crackback. Oh, they're leaving some boys back. Some goblois. Okay, we'll take 3. Are they killing my Wrenn and Six? Good for them. You should have tapped field so you have 3 blue sources rather than 2 blue in a field. But I had an Astrolabe. Did I screw up the timing on having the Astrolabe? Okay, let's start attacking their red sources, I guess. Yeah. Remember, Astrolabe is Busto, and I need to make good decisions when I have Astrolabe. Just flail around and win. Snow Globe is silly, exactly. I love how this deck is like, yo, we're just going to peel a million lands. Are you going to be cool with that? I'm like, yeah. All right, so we rip the Notion Thief. So now, oh my god, they're going to chump with goblins? Oh no. All right, we're going to be here for a little while. Please play Opt or something so I just get to eat you alive. Okay, they have exactly 6 power in play. I'm really hoping we get to Notion Thief a cantrip. I'm so excited. All right, we're going to attack. Hopefully they block with all, and then we're going to Abrupt Decay because we have 5 cards in hand. There's no way we don't have an out. Like, I swear to Christ, if they go all in on block here, I'm just so excited. Because, like, what are you doing, poor Storm player? Okay, good. Thank goodness. Okay, so Notion Thief does not work on Gifts Ungiven. So we're just going to charm this. Give them cantrips. Yeah, I don't feel like the risk is worth it. Like, I cannot conceive of a pile that they could construct that would beat me here, but that doesn't mean it's not possible. So rather than try to get really cute, I'm just gonna... Your play was better, but mine was fun. Hey, if you want a really fun game, go back and watch the very first match of my blue-red Counterbalance League. That was a trip where I'm like, you know what? Let's let As Foretold resolve on my opponent's side of the field. Alright, we're against the Orion deck. Got 25 lands in my deck and 2 hits. 2 shots to hit. Almost any land gets me this turn 2 Wrenn and Six, but I don't have a fetch, so let's not end this game on turn 1. There we go. Much better. Throw this Mystic Sanctuary back and we're good to go. Ready to rock and rumble. Okay, I do need to get a red source here, and our deck is playing Zagoth Triome, but it's not playing Ketria Triome, so we need to make sure to get Steam Vent's Stomping Ground here. I think I was there and also yelling at you. I know Roy was there, and I know I was specifically like, Roy, should I do this? And he was like, well, no, you shouldn't, but I mean, if you're going to do it to have fun, and then I did it. It was great. Jeskai Way is super cool. Their ideology is fascinating. I agree. It's awesome. I mean, I think the Jeskai thing is very human, right? Because you have the law and order sort of combined with the duology of the mind versus body thing. And one of the things through my life is I've embraced very much that, like, yes, I'm a very mechanically minded person, but I don't dissociate it from the fact that I am a flesh suit, right? Like, there's a body that lives here on this planet that I'm very much attached to, and it affects the way my mind works. So there is no, you can't separate that out, and you can't, the human experience is inextricably linked to the fact that we are, you know, these flesh bodies. We can't escape that fact, and we shouldn't be trying to. So I was supposed to pick up this Misty Rainforest before I did that, but I was talking. But that's fine. It's not going to be a big deal, probably. Anywho, and besides the fact that, like, physical experiences are worth just as much as mental ones. Like, going for a run is in its own way just as rewarding as reading the greatest piece of literature that's ever been written. I mean, they're just different ways to experience the human condition. Something that isn't reinforcing French culture is something I learned later on, and I totally agree with you. Yeah, I mean, and again, I'm not going to tell anyone who believes otherwise that they're wrong, but I'm just saying, like, I think there are a great number of people who I've met who are very, very wonderful intellectuals who have a lot to say about this, that, and the other very large, important topic in terms of intellectually processing what it means to be human. But there's also just the element of existing here on the planet, and you have to do that through a medium, which is your body, you know? So, and that has its own value. Okay, if we're going to Field of Ruin them, I want to target their green, because chances are they are also an Uro deck, and we want to win the Uro war. For the right price, I'll tell you you're wrong. Temple Garden. So that has land types. I don't need to attack their mana right now. They're nonsense. I mean, they're kind of nonsense. It looks like they're Bant Snow with a budget mana base, which on Magic Online is an interesting proposition. All right, let's shoot their Hinterland Harbor, because I'm not worried about Wraths, but I want to get their green sources down as much as I can. We're not using Wrenn and Six to murder snack. No, because we're going to use it to repeatedly Field of Ruin them and mess with their mana. Because it looks like their non-basic count is high. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're going to do the classic IceBURG thing. We're going to Wrenn and Six and Assassin's Trophy my opponent into submission by attacking their mana. I might fire off the push on the Ice-Fang Coatl this turn, just to stop it from dinging my Wrenn and Six, because Wrenn and Six can also just set up for the Retrace Emblem, which will win us the game. So having Wrenn and Six on board, like, when I play this Fatal Push here, right? Like, normally they wouldn't care at all, but that Ice-Fang was harassing my Wrenn and Six, and that is a somewhat realistic, yeah. We glorify intellectual work to the detriment of the body, while it's all about balance. I think that's, and I think that maybe the 70s, 80s, and 90s that was more true. I think nowadays people are getting to the point of a bit more balance. So they have 2 open here. So if they have Mana Leak, then they're going to get to Brainstorm, but then we'll Snapcaster, attack the Jace, and then Wrenn and Six ping it. Okay, well, let's see what they got. It's true in America, not in France from my experience. Yeah, and one of the more sort of European-minded people that I know, I think they would agree with you. I didn't field last turn. I guess I was taxed on mana pretty quickly. Or pretty heavily. Do I want a main phase field to replay it? Yeah, probably. Attack their non-basics to the maximum amount this cycle. Growth Spiral, sure. Snow Globe. Yeah, Snow Globe is great. Snow Globe is love. Snow Globe is life. It's walkie's time. Go enjoy your walkie, my friend. And I was even talking to Mare Bear about like the fact that I'm all in for Western medicine on treating short-term ailments and performing procedures, right? Western medicine is banger at that, and prescribing and developing the scientific answers to questions. But Eastern medicine and Eastern philosophy has a lot of helpful things when it comes to recovery, when it comes to living your life. Field of the Dead. Oh, are they on the Nassif list? No, they're not. That was Sultai. It's cool, though. I've got a Field of Ruin anyway. What is this? What are you doing? Holy crap. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay. Oh, good to know. Her motto is pretty much whatever works. Right. And I do think there's a lot of value to the way that Eastern philosophy has dealt with certain parts of the human journey. All right, so we're going to escape our Uro next turn, because otherwise Jesus Christ, they're playing like 4 fields. Oh, Lord. Well, I guess we know now why their mana base is so weird. I remember when we were winning. Yeah, that was a while back. That was a good time. Wait, taking that land out of my graveyard maybe was not the best idea. All right. So I got to put 2 cards in my graveyard right now. So Field, Decay, and okay. So we're not dead yet, but we're certainly not doing great. I tapped green for that. Do I still have I don't have the green to escape my Uro. Yeah, I definitely screwed up here. I wasn't expecting 2 more Field of Ruins and a goddamn Titan out of them. Good for them. Yeah, I screwed up. We don't have board wipe in the main deck. No, I don't think so. I think they got us good there. Okay. We have Blood Moon, though. We got Blood Moon, Notion Thief. They're super light on counters, right? Did they play any? I don't know if they did. So we got Ashiok, Dead of Winter, Mystical Dispute. Do I want Mystical Dispute? Maybe. Notion Thief against Jace sounds like fun. Oh boy. Yeah, I think we're bringing in Blood Moon. Which means I think Force can go out. It's probably generally not that good here, and Fatal Push can go out. I think that's probably good enough. Oh, the Abrupt Decay maybe is not good here too. Gust is probably better. Is it? No, Mystical Dispute. Mystical Dispute's probably better. What are the chances they board into counterspells? I don't think that good. I also think that like we still have a lot of like haymakers in our deck. So like the more interaction that they like, part of the problem that we had that game is we had a bunch of dead interaction in our hand. Like our Fatal Push didn't do that much. Our Abrupt Decay didn't. We don't even have any Astrophies in the deck, you liar. Oh my god, we don't. What is wrong with the person who built this deck? Which wasn't me, but. Alright. Playing for the 3-1. We're playing for the house money. Let's do it. I blame Jiggy Wiggy. That's probably fair. It's probably his fault. Alright. Am I keeping this hand? This can't possibly be good enough, right? Okay, thanks, Punchworthy. Okay, this is much better. The hand is bad. It was bad. You weren't wrong. My bad. My bad. So we're getting Zagoth Triome. And then we're going to pray. Should feel bad for even asking that question. Yeah, I guess. I think we've run into the matchup here where there's a bigger fish. This version of IceBURG is not the biggest fish. This is... That's a really good pickup. Does that mean I'm supposed to play a tap land this turn? It does. Okay. Damn it. Am I supposed to just start slamming threats? It was mildly greedy to cycle a Sandbar. I mean, I kind of wanted... We're just going to start slamming threats. Let's see how many counters they boarded into. They could have Ice-Fang in hand here, which is not... Which is fine. Remat. Okay. Slam Ashiok. Yeah, yeah. Get an aggro. Okay, now I have a reason to not do that. Jiggy, you watch my stream. Are you just a better player than I am, or are you just playing the same deck over and over and over again to good results? You beat Neobran? Nice. This deck is broken, it's not you. Well... Okay, that's a draw. It's not actually a very good draw right now, though. So that's going to be one of the last cards I want to play with this hand. I can't cast this Wrenn and Six right now. Let's cycle this, pick up my Archmage Charm, and hopefully draw Astrolabe or a colored. Kind of works. So if we go field into Ashiok here, or field into Wrenn and Six, I guess is what I'm supposed to do, but I don't want to go shields down. Firing off the field is definitely okay. There's no mountain in this list. Fudge. All right. Go to second main. No, we're going to second main. Go to second main, play the Ashiok. Yeah. I just don't know what I'm supposed to play. I think Ashiok. They know I have it. They're prepared for it, but like... Sure. You're going to mill them with Explosion. I love it. Wherever possible, when I was playing standard decks with Expansion Explosion, you always go... Shoot you for 20, also you draw 20. Well, shit. Remember when I boarded out those Force Negations? Boy, was that a mistake. Oh, Jesus. Their deck is better at this matchup than us, I think. Land! Land! Nice. Okay. They've got more islands than I do, too. So, if I Blood Moon right now, it actually puts me in sort of a worse spot. 6 mana. It's not really... Pretty sure what I'm playing here is Wrenn and Six. And just ensuring that I have land drops. And I get to pick up Sandbar. I feel like your deck is misbuilt, but I don't know specifically how. I think I do. Jesus. Okay, so if they have another remand, we can beat that here. If I play the Deprive rather than the... Problem is, this is putting me back on lands, which is bad. Oh my god. Oh, that's so bad for us. Oh. Yeah, we're dead here. All right. Yeah, I mean, Fatal Push over Lightning Bolt has the problem in these kind of matchups. Again, like, it's not a big thing, but we're definitely not big enough to beat this deck. They're just cruising over us super easily. I mean, also we've had a less than ideal draw, but yeah, I'm done here. I don't think this deck is actually misbuilt. I just don't think it's built for these kind of matchups as optimally as our opponents is. Like, they're just so much bigger than us, and they have a bunch of cards like Growth Spiral where it's like they just get to cycle extra lands into play, and once they have the mana advantage, it's just so brutal. Like, it's so hard to beat them when they have the mana advantage. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Well, that's a Bant Keeper. I will say the deck that Jiggy and I built has taught me more than anything how obscene mana advantage is in Modern. It's just worth so much. It's absolutely crazy. It's unflippin' believable. Playing Ice-Fang this turn? Yeah. Mana is love, mana is life. That's right. Is this Titan? It's Titan. Okay. This Field of Ruin is about to have a good time. Not that good, but good. Counterspell sat in my hand while I was getting pounded by red-green mid-range. So, yeah, that's... Okay, so that's another... Nice efficiency. Good lord. That's another thing. So, counterspells are bad in an Urza deck. And not necessarily that that is like a hardcore Urza deck and anything silly like that, but counterspells in an Urza deck are not that good, and counterspells are bad top decks. So it's like... Do you know how Ponza, like the real Ponza, quote unquote, like the all-in land destruction Ponza deck? You know how that deck was like not really good, very like not very good. I don't know, in a bigger modern metagame because you just have a lot of dead cards in your deck in the mid to late game. Like if your mana denial plan fails, then every time you top deck a Stone Raid in the mid to late game, you're like, well, crap. It feels like that's what playing Metallic Rebuke in that Urza deck is like in the Kinnan deck. Your deck is able to do a lot, and you don't want to be sitting there with a bunch of mana and the only thing you can do is Kinnan activation. Like you want to have your Orion and Karns and Urzas. Urza spins are fabulous. All right, they get an extra land drop. All right, stop. Okay, good. So we're going to go Fetch Shock, Push, have Archmage's Charm ready to go here. Breeding Pool is best, yeah. Playing things like Karns and the way we've set up the Urions in that deck, and even Trinket Mage, being able to like Urion Flicker Trinket Mage to get the Walking Ballista, which I did a couple times. What you want to be able to do is top deck something once you have your engine set up that just is a huge haymaker. Okay. Well, if they want to Titan this turn, I'm ready for it. Boop. What? God bless it. Okay. Am I dead? No, they're just going to have a completely insurmountable advantage. Fudge. Same time, not being able to play at instant speed makes Urion worse when he resets your mana. That is true, but I mean, I think if we just look at Jiggy's records, as well as the amount that I've played the deck, I just don't think you need it. Like, that is true. You are not wrong. But I just don't think it matters enough. God damn it. Freaking Pact of Negation. Maybe they'll screw up and not get another blue mana. Maybe they'll screw up and get another blue mana, but it'll be a Simic Growth Chamber and they'll bounce their Teleria West. Yeah. They got a Teleria West and a Simic Growth Chamber. Oh my god. Sure. Let's top deck another Field of Ruin. Or Wrenn and Six would do it, actually. Huh. Hilarious. Let's do it. Do it, and do it, and do it again. Oh, they left them all in play? Son of a bitch. Never mind. Sorry. Apologies for that. Sure. Okay. Can Cryptic bounce the land? But they still have 2 blue. So what do we want to do here? So I think we're going to tap their Titan. And probably be stuck drawing a card, but we'll see. I say stuck. All right. Anyway, Pencer, to get back to your talking point, I think Cryptic Command could have a place in either the 80 or the sideboard for that deck, but I don't know that it belongs in the main, and I certainly don't think that Metallic Rebuke is a particularly great ad. Okay, they get to grab another Titan, huh? I can't cast it this turn, but... Or they could get the Dryad. Now, we can set up for another Cryptic, which is not ideal, but I'll take it. What do you think of Ballista? In the main deck? Or the Blast, the Galvanic Blast. In the sideboard? I like the Galvanic Blast in the sideboard. I don't know if they're ideal, but I like them. I would even want 1 or 2 in the main deck if we could squeeze one in, because then it would give us an out for Wrenn and Six when we have Emblem. Because Galvanic Blast is generally useful in Modern, and okay, you have infinite mana. What do you want to do with it? What do you got, nerd? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? So they got the Dryad. They can't attack with the Titan this turn, so what are they doing? Mm-hmm. Do you have another Titan? Yeah, they do. Ridiculous. They can haste one of their dudes, but they're just going to get Valakut. Do they have 2, I guess is the question. Yeah, they do. Alright, we're just toast. Yay, magic. Boy, did we die. It's cool. We got a good sideboard here. I don't know if it'll be good enough, but it is good. So, force out Blood Moon, Ashiok, Dead of Winter, Aether Gusts. Oof. A lot of cards. Cut like 2 Fatal Pushes. I do want the Abrupt Decays. 1 Wrenn and Six probably. 1 Ice-Fang Coatl and 1 Snapcaster? Yeah, Snapcaster. Alright. We're gonna do it this way. Let's go! Let's go! What? Oh man, I don't have my friggin' soundboard up. What am I doing? What am I doing with my friggin' life over here? Just a goofball. One crazy ass goofball. There you go. Alrighty, Ruck and Rumble. Alright, snap it off. Turn 3 Ashiok with a Fatal Push kicker and a little sprinkle of Field of Ruin. Good to go. Teleria West, okay. That seems wonderfully slow. Go get my Zagoth Triome. Bloop. Alright. Oh yeah, that's the good shit. Just give him a little bit of the old Aether Gust. Omelet, huh? Alright, fine. Green spell. God. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Crap. They're gonna have Mystical Dispute, aren't they? Wait, I've got a Field of Ruin. Never mind. Question is, do we like draw step Mystical Dispute them? Or not Mystical. Do we draw step field them? Is that a thing I'm supposed to do? Does it matter? We're gonna field them on their turn because I want to have a swamp for Fatal Push. But then I don't have 3 islands for these Mystic Sanctuaries, but I guess I don't really need them right now. Make it more likely that they already drew the basic, right? Okay, so we do draw step, yeah. The question is, with one, sure. With 1 land in play, do I think it's likely, you know what, screw it. We'll just get the swamp. Opportunity cost is so low. Well, okay, yeah, that's fine. Oh, yeah. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Okay, the real question is, do I want to reset my Fatal Push? Doesn't matter, I can't. Wait, yes I can. With the Uro trigger. Wonder if I was supposed to wait to play the land after I picked one up with Uro. Yeah, I definitely was. Because if I... Okay, cool. Do I want to reset this Fatal Push? No? No, I don't. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Wait, I was supposed to play the Ashiok this turn. What the hell am I doing? Why did I... Like, why? Why am I so bad? Why am I so freaking bad at this game sometimes? I don't even understand. Wow! That's a hand. I mean, we're okay, because we have to... Jesus. We're maybe okay. We could be okay. It's possible we're okay. Tron game. You can beat Tron. You can beat Tron, especially... Like, there's a deck with... now you've got Cryptics and Metallic Rebukes in your deck. Should be okay against Tron. So they have a Gruul Turf in their hand. So if I'm going to kill any number of Dryads before I pass the turn, I should do it now. And then we have Gust and Deprive on their turn. So they only have 2 land drops right now. I think Jiggy did, because I think Jiggy's now 3-0. You've still got the Shadow Spear in, right, Jake? Are they going to tap... Oh, I see. Because they've got Cavern in their hand, which means I need to save the Aether Gust. So I won't be gusting this Dryad right now. Play Ashiok. Mill myself. I think. Yeah, I think so. So now I can feed my Titan. I just need to find another green source. Oh, and if they do something that lets me cast this Deprive, I get to Fatal Push the Dryad. Field. Oh shit. I know they have a Simic Growth Chamber in their hand, so they're going to be able to trigger this field next turn. Okay, I'm just going to gust that. Yeah, Cryptic is a great card. Yeah, that would have been my inclination from the beginning, Jig. Not necessarily that I would be correct, but I think... Shit. That's a terrible draw. Okay, so we'll mill their Titan off their deck. And then they're going to kill my Ashiok, and I'm going to push the Dryad, so it's not too bad here. We're going to start getting zombies. Not sure if I would have just rather had more Haymakers. Well, again, that was my original idea. But I'm glad you're putting in the legwork to find out. Okay, so during combat, I want to push the Dryad because they haven't many land drops yet. And I know they have Simic Growth... No, they have the Simic Growth Chambers in play. Shit. Oops. Oh no, they have another Titan? Well, f me sideways. Jesus. Nice draws. Oof. We're getting smoked tonight. Just no. The feeling of relief when your opponent has turn 4 Natty Tron and cast Thought-Knot Seer. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh my god, we're so screwed. Yeah, we're just done here. All right. Yeah. I'm good with this one. All right, 2-3 with IceBURG. Boy, that sucks. Okay, let's go take a look at this deck list and see some thoughts. Generally, I think it's well constructed. This deck is fine. We got beat with the other control deck that was like a Field of the Dead Titan blue deck with Urian that went way over the top with us. Generally speaking, this is most of what I like in these kind of deck lists. So if I compare it to my Urian one, which we're going to do in half a second, but I think most of the choices in this deck are good, but the Abrupt Decays instead of Assassin's Trophy, I'm not entirely sure if I'm thrilled about. Other than that, this is fine. I just think we hit a bit of matchup variance that broke away from us. The other thing is having 26 lands. I think I was playing 23 or 24. And 26 is good in one way. It's kind of a security blanket. But if you're a Wrenn and Six deck, you should just play 4 Wrenn and Six, cut another 3 lands or so. Because 2 lands plus a Wrenn and Six is just so good and so enough most of the time that it feels good. But then again, this person did well on challenge, as did I a while back with my own IceBURG list. So if we look at the Urian and the IceBURG here, we see largely speaking the same kind of deck. Though this one has main deck Dead of Winters, which worked out. I mean, we got a 5-0 the very first time we played it, and then the next times I played it, I got 3 2s and 4 1s kind of deal. I think this kind of mid-range deck in Modern has all sorts of pitfalls. There's all sorts of tough matchups you can run into, and you can draw the wrong half of your deck. Like, we completely crushed Prowess, but that didn't necessarily need to happen. We just got lucky. The deck we were just playing had no copies of Assassin's Trophy and also no copies of Drown in the Loch, which meant our main deck ways to kill larger creatures were pretty limited. So that may have been a bit of a problem. Like a Resolved Titan, we just cannot kill in this deck. So that maybe that's a bit of the bit of things you could work on here. But then again, Drown in the Loch does have the occasional problems in the early game. So anyway, good deck there. We are going to move on to something else. I'm not sure which one yet. I think it's going to be my friend Brian M. Put together this list based on the concept of playing Kinnan in a Wurza deck. 60-card Wurza deck. So we're going to play this one. It is also IceBURG colors. So we are going to be playing that one up in just a little bit. What is up, Alex? We are just switching over decks for a second. So you hit us in the super exciting deck transition period, but you are going to get to hear Damn Vegetables by Dank News. So